One can't get to the heat. One can only feel its belly. Kill that fly on my neck. It's stinging. I'll get him by the gills directly. Come to one side and give him a push. Poke him with your finger." The hunchback puffs out his cheeks, holds his breath, opens his eyes wide, and apparently has already got his fingers in the gills. But at that moment the twigs to which he is holding on with his left hand break, and losing his balance, he plops into the water. Eddies race away from the bank as though frightened, and little bubbles come up from the spot where he has fallen in. The hunchback swims out and, snorting, clutches at the twigs. "You'll be drowned next, you stupid, and I shall have to answer for you," wheezes Gerasim. "Clamber out, the devil take you. I'll get him out myself." High words follow. The sun is baking hot. The shadows begin to grow shorter and to draw in on themselves, like the horns of a snail. The high grass, warmed by the sun, begins to give out a strong, heavy smell of honey. It will soon be midday, and Gerasim and Lyubim are still floundering under the willow tree. The husky bass and the shrill, frozen tenor persistently disturb the stillness of the summer day. "Where are you shoving your great ugly fist? Poke him with your finger, you pig's face. Get round by the side. Get to the left. To the left. There's a big hole on the right. You'll be a supper for the water devil. Pull it by the lip." There is the sound of a flick of a whip. A herd of cattle, driven by Yefim the shepherd, saunter lazily down the sloping bank to drink. The shepherd, a decrepit old man with one eye and crooked mouth, walks with his head down, looking at his feet. The first to reach the water are the sheep, then come the horses, and last of all the cows. "Push him from below," he hears Lyubim's voice. "Stick your finger in. Are you deaf, fellow, or what?" "What are you after, lads?" shouts Yefim. "Ah, eel-pout. We can't get him out. He's hidden under the roots. Get round to the side, to the side." For a minute Yefim screws up his eye at the fisherman, then he takes off his bark shoes, throws his sack off his shoulders, and takes off his shirt. He hasn't patience to take off his breeches, but making the sign of the cross, he steps into the water, holding out his thin dark arms to balance himself. For 50 paces he walks along the slimy bottom, then he takes to swimming. "Wait a minute, lads," he shouts. "Wait! Don't be in a hurry to pull him out. You'll lose him. You must do it properly." Yefim joins the carpenters, and all three, shoving each other with their knees and their elbows, puffing and swearing at one another, bustle about the same spot. Lyubim the hunchback gets a mouthful of water, and the air rings with his hard spasmodic coughing. "Where's the shepherd?" comes a shout from the bank. "Yefim, shepherd, where are you? The cattle are in the garden. Drive them out of the garden. Where is he, the old brigand?" First men's voices are heard, then a woman's. The master himself, Andrei Andreich, wearing a dressing gown made of a Persian shawl and carrying a newspaper in his hand, appears from behind the garden fence. He looks inquiringly towards the shouts which come from the river, and then trips rapidly towards the bathing shed. "What is this? Who is shouting?" he asks sternly, seeing through the branches of the willow the 3 wet heads of the fishermen. "What are you so busy about there?" "Catching a fish," mutters Yefim without raising his head. "I'll give it to you. The beasts are in the garden, and he's fishing. When will that bathing shed be done, you devils? You've been at work at it for 2 days, and what is there to show for it?" "It will soon be done," grunts Gerasim. "Summer is long. You'll have plenty of time to wash, your honour. We can't manage this eel-pout here anyhow. He's got under a root and sits there as if he were in a hole and won't budge one way or another." "An eel-pout," says the master, and his eyes begin to glisten. "Get him out quickly, then. You'll give us half a rouble for it presently, if we oblige you. A huge eel-pout, as fat as a merchant's wife. It's worth half a rouble, your honour, for the trouble."